discoveries I made from system science. You see? So we have this amazing knowledge, weaponry that once you get it, we can shatter the swarm. You see? And get off the plantation. That's what this is about.
Dr. Shiva, what is truth, freedom, health? And from what I understand, there is no ends or ors or slashes in between. It goes together. Truth, freedom, health.
Yeah, so there is no, if you notice, it's truth, freedom, health. There's no truth, freedom, and health. If you go to the website, it's truthfreedomhealth.com. Why? Because none of them are greater or less than each other. It's truth, freedom, health. You need all three. Truth, freedom, health itself is a self-contained system. Health is the vessel in which truth and freedom can exist. If you don't fight for freedom, you're not going to have health, and you can't pursue science, which is truth, because you won't have the diversity of ideas. And without science, you're not going to really be able to find what's healthy for you. And without science, you're not going to be able to have the ability to fight for freedom, the science, which is what we've done. So system science gives us a weaponry to fight for truth and to figure out the same science that we teach at truthfreedomhealth.com is the same science you can use how to shatter the swarm, but you can also use to understand your body as a system and to heal yourself. It's the same science. It's really the science of everything. That's one of the things to understand. If you don't fight for freedom, that science doesn't matter, right? If you don't have freedom, you could be yoga and you could be looking great, but you're living in a jail prison, you're living in prison. What kind of life is that, right? And you have to have health to support all of this. So that's why these things are highly interconnected. They're like one. You can't separate one from the other. You remove health and you just talk about truth and freedom, that's not going to work. And you know what? This three words come from the principles of, in general systems theory, what I uncovered was transport, conversion, storage. Movement of information, matter, and energy, that's freedom. Conversion of stuff in one form to another, conversion of ideas to find truth. That's a scientific method. That's truth is really a verb. And then you have the last piece, which is freedom, which is the health, which is a vessel, which is a structural piece, as we say. So truth, freedom, health is literally a manifestation of the scientific discoveries I made from system science. You see? So we have this amazing knowledge, weaponry that once you get it, we can shatter the swarm. You see? And get off the plantation. That's what this is about. Anyway, Naz, it's been about 5:43.
Yeah.
I wanted to let people know, since we're talking about the origin of Western medicine, one of the things, the creations that I created besides email, I still continue to invent. Truth, freedom, health itself is an innovation, Let me just share a couple of these innovations with you and your audience. I'm going to go back to sharing here for you so you can follow along. It's really important to understand, as we talk about my history was, I saw growing up in India, my grandmother used completely different non-Western approaches to heal people. So when I came to the United States, I was fascinated by medicine, was working in a medical college when I was 14 years old, doing research on why babies were dying in their sleep. And it was in that medical college that I used my skills in programming to create the first email system. But when I went to MIT, I thought I want to do medicine, but I found out the world of Western medicine doesn't look at the body as a system. So I had to, on my own, got 4 degrees in engineering, went back to India after my Fulbright and really uncovered this relationship between ancient systems of yoga and medicine and engineering system science. So that became the basis of one of the first, platforms that I built, and I'll show you that here, Systems Health. So if you go to Systems Health is the knowledge. And if we go to workshops here, we have a workshop, for example, coming up on May 24th, 26th. You can join it online or in person. And what we've done here is and this was this was on the front page of MIT. People didn't understand, this is in 2007, why I wanted to go back to India to study these ancient systems of medicine. But what I uncovered was this whole body of knowledge. So we have a theory, laboratory, and practice. So those people are interested in coming, you will learn about the modern healthcare system. You'll learn all this stuff. We're retraining people, anyone, you don't have to be a healthcare professional, but we will put you into business to become a systems health educator, okay? So you will learn yoga, meditation, you will learn your body as a system. We'll give you tools to help other people. So this is one of those innovations. The other is Cytosol. Now, Cytosol is a very powerful technology without the need to kill animals. I've created a technology that can literally understand what's going on inside the body by mapping out all the molecular reactions and mathematically doing this, and test combinations of natural products, you see, that occur in nature without having to kill animals. This is quite profound, okay? And so we've been helping many, revolutionary companies figure this out, okay? And about 2 years ago, after 16 years of doing this, we're going after all the 35 major diseases in the world without killing animals. And we can do the research faster and cheaper than any major institution. We publish in all the major journals. So that platform is what we've made accessible to all. A couple of years ago, we used this technology. 500 million people in the world have a disease called osteoarthritis, okay? And we said, okay, let's mathematically model all the molecular pathways of osteoarthritis, which we did. And then we looked at all the different products in nature that occur in natural products. And we tested them, and we found a combination that what we saw did much better than any one thing alone. So let me just play this video. It's obviously both a quick ad, but it also will tell you that this supports everything we do. But this is an example of something we created where we went end to end. We did the research ourselves. We did the analysis ourselves. We then went and manufactured it. We wrote the scientific paper. In fact, let me bring up the scientific paper, okay? So if you're looking here, this is Cytosol and so if you go on Google and if you type in Ayyadurai in silico, joint health, right? Mm-hmm. And you can go do this. I still, as a research scientist, still publish. So this was right here, you'll see this. I don't know if you can see this here, okay? But this paper is, let me download it here. I may put it in another thing. I may have to bring it here. Okay, so you still see this, right? So
can you put it on full screen, please, if you can?
Yeah, I thought it's on. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let me go on full screen here. There. Okay. So this is that paper that we published. Let me make it bigger. Let me zoom in. Okay. Yeah. And this is a paper where we use this technology. So you can see we took this technology and we looked at all the molecular pathways that are involved in joint health. Okay. And there are these molecular pathways. Okay. So if you want to affect joint health, you have to lower pain, you have to reduce oxidation, all these things. And we literally found the right combination of these two very powerful compounds, which occur in bitter orange and chamomile. And then we published it. In fact, we went and got a patent on it, because right now Amazon just steals everything you do. They watch what works and they steal it. Okay. Yeah. And then we went and produced it. And, the problem is you cannot talk. I can't say, oh, this cures something, right? So you have to be very careful, or the FDA comes on you. But we have enough data now to show that we have discovered a combination in nature that directly comes from the analysis of these compounds in a very powerful way. And I'll play you a video because we created a product, and we don't have, capital to market it, right? But we do it to people who are interested. But this will give you an understanding of how we went end to end, and it's sort of an ad, but a product, but you'll understand. And we have more and more of these products coming up. But we want Naz to, we've created the engine that, let's say, you can create the product the same way we did. So as you watch this ad, think about you saying, oh, wow, I want to go solve this problem. You could use Cytosol to discover stuff. We'll help you figure out how to patent it. And then we'll, in fact, help you how to create your own product like this one. Let me play this for you.
Wow.
Millions of people suffer every day from painful discomfort and swelling, but most pain medications come with harsh side effects, and many alternative supplements have little scientific backing. That's why we at Cytosol created MV25. MV25 was formulated using the Cytosol Computational Systems Biology Platform, a technology for precision and personalized health invented by Dr. Shiva during his doctoral research at MIT. This formulation is the result of computing trillions of potential combinations of biomolecular interactions derived from thousands of peer-reviewed scientific papers published across 4 decades by 68 research institutions to discover an optimal synergy of compounds that downregulate biomarkers of discomfort and normal swelling.
Hi, I'm Barbara Ann. My hands would cramp up so that I couldn't hold cards or knit or crochet, and they would go like that. And I'd have to use this when I played cards with my grandkids. And I started taking that MV25. After a bit, I was able to hold cards in my hand. Very, very little cramping, hardly at all anymore. MV25.
Hi, my name is Sandy. I'm a Taekwondo instructor. I tore my ACL during Taekwondo. I had a lot of pain and limited mobility. I've been taking the MV25 for about 6 months now. After the first week, I noticed a big difference. After the second week, almost literally no pain.
My name is Jeremy, and I suffer from a lower back problem. Hurt my back at work years ago, and I can go to the chiropractor, do all kinds of different things, and nothing seems to help. And I decided to try MV25. I didn't notice a difference immediately, but within a few days, the pain went away, and it stayed away. I've continued to take it, and even when I do things that I shouldn't do, it seems to go away a lot quicker than it ever did before.
MV25 is certified clean, 100% non-GMO, made in America, and GMP certified for good manufacturing practices. MV25 is Cytosol optimized, which means that this formula has been engineered to maximize benefits while minimizing toxicity based on current research curated by Cytosol. As the science advances, so will this formulation. This is our promise. Order online at mv25.life. Consult your doctor before taking any supplement or medication and use as directed. MV25.
Wow.
Yeah, so I wanted to share that with you because, in the middle of everything I do, right, we basically, so that's an example. We went end to end. We did all the molecular pathways. Then we had to put it all together. Then we had to publish a paper on it, right? Because people don't validate it. Then we had to go get a US patent, okay? All of this we did, a very small organization here, but immense capabilities. But think about any one of you listening. If you say, wow, I want to go, look at particular disease area. We have created that infrastructure. And you say, oh yeah, you were in Australia or you were in Africa and you heard like the African indigenous people are using this combination which cures migraines, for example, right? We have the technology where we could mathematically understand the framework of how migraines take place. You can take their formulation, we can test it without killing animals. We can help that indigenous group figure out if it works or not. And then we can support these partnerships. So this is an example of what we did end to end. It's not like, we want to sell supplements here, but we're doing it because it's a manifestation what you can do, you say? So that's why we've taken now Cytosol as a solution where anyone else can embrace it. And if you go to cytosol.com, we do symposiums. We have a number of people now who are embracing it. There's a woman in Texas who wants to do a project because she found out that the natural gas companies in poor areas release natural gas, which has 17 toxins. And she wants to understand the combinations of those, how they create hypoxia, you say? So we're going to give her the Cytosol framework. She can then go to her neighbors and say, look, let's file a class action lawsuit. We have this technology. Instead, I mean, the University of Texas ain't going to, do that research. They're going to charge her $20-30 million. We can do it at 1/1000th of it, you see, because we have this engine. So that's another very powerful solution that we put together that people can take advantage of, and they should.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be speaking on behalf of all the people. You are the leader that we want, and that I got that reassurance today. I wanted to ask, what is your diet, and do you use any supplements? Because man, we want to look like you, Dr. Shiva. What does Dr. Shiva eat, and do you use any supplements? Are supplements necessary?